Hi guys, good morning and a very warm welcome to the session here. I can see some of you have already joined us here. I hope you guys are doing well and your preparations are going good too. Well, today's session, as you know, is based on puzzles and seating arrangement, right? So we will be talking about a lot of puzzles here. So chalo, let's quickly start this session. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. So I hope everybody has already downloaded the app for Oliveboard and also you must have subscribed to the official channel of Oliveboard. नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से कर लो. Okay. And also we have the perfect batch for all those who are targeting RBI Grade B. Okay. So we have the personalized mentorship program for you guys. You can check it out. You will be getting mentorship sessions, one-to-one mentorship sessions. Also, you will be having a study group where you will have the guide as the person who had the All India rank in RBI Grade B. Okay, so do check it out. Also, you will be getting a customized study plan where your progress will be tracked and also interview guidance for the same. Okay, so do check it out. It's an absolute great batch if you want some good understanding that what should be the strategy, how to go about it. If you are having any confusions, you can check this particular batch out. Okay. Also, if you are not just preparing for your RBI, you are preparing for other regulatory exams also, you can go for the complete regulatory super elite pack, okay, which gives you the access to all the tests, whether it is SEBI, Nabard, SIDBI, anything at all, right? So do check it out. If you want to have the complete regulatory pack, you can go for regulatory super elite. Okay. So chalo, let's have a look at the first question. The first question is there on your screen. Quickly try this out. Just go through this particular question. I'm removing myself from here so that you can see the complete question. Okay. So do check it out. Let's see how this particular question is to be done. Okay. So check. Let's see. Try this out, guys. A very nice question here. Not a very difficult one. Chalo, let's do one thing. Let's try to go through this particular question together. Okay. So I hope everybody has gone through the question here and you must be trying to understand कि इसको किस तरह से करना है. So you can see that there are 16 persons who are participating in a particular championship. Okay. And it is a chess competition. So the opponents, that is, you can see there are 16 players. That means there will be 8 games in here, right? Because chess is played by two persons at a time. So that means we will have 8 games in total here. Now the opponents are to be decided by a lottery. They pick chits which have numbers written 1 to 8. That means there are two chits for each of the numbers. That is, there are two ones, similarly two twos, two threes, and so on. So 16 chits are totally made because 16 numbers, right? So two of each. So 1 into 8 into 2, 16 chits have been made. Now, where every number is appearing twice. Now, the persons who choose the same numbers are to be made opponents here. Like, let's say if A is choosing 5 and H is also choosing 5, so they will be playing together, right? So, there are only two chits for every particular number. Okay. So, now let's try. Let's see how this particular question is to be done. Okay. So, we have the chits from 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So let's try out. You will have to make cases here. Okay, we will see that how this particular question is to be done here. Chalo, let's understand. So it is given G chose thrice the number as chosen by C. So you can see G is equal to 3 times of C. So you can understand that C can be either 1 or 2, isn't it? C has to be either 1 or 2 because G has to be 3 times of it, and from 1 to 8 there are only two multiples of 3, that is your 3 or 6, isn't it? So G can be 3 comma 6, similarly C can be 1 comma 2. Okay. After that, C and D chose consecutive numbers. H chose a number that was 5 more than that chosen by L. So H is equal to L plus 5. Okay, that is also given here. H has to be L plus 5. K and M were opponents and they chose an even number. So you can understand that K is equal to M, that is also known, and they have to choose even number. That means maybe 2, 4, 6 or 8. So 4 possibilities for K and M. J picked up the number 5. So we have a fixed information that J is picking up 5. Number of persons who picked up number less than that picked by P was equal to number of persons who picked up numbers more than that picked by A. Okay. So you can see here the numbers less than P have to be equal to numbers more than that picked by A. Isn't it? So P and A are something like this. It is not necessary that P has to be less than A. P also can be below and A also can be above. Okay, we'll check that later. I has to be twice as that of P. So I is equal to 2P. So you can see these two hints can be utilized together. That is this one and this one, isn't it? Then B and F picked up the same number. Again, you can see that B and F also have to be picking the same number here. So that means they will also be the opponents here. O picked up a number 2 more than that picked by E. So O is equal to E plus 2, isn't it? O is equal to E plus 2. That is also given, chalo. Then A and E picked up consecutive numbers. So you can see A and E have to be consecutive in nature. Okay? So A and E have to be consecutive. So once you place this particular information, you can try to place your E. Once you place your E, you will be getting your O also, isn't it? Because O has to be E plus 2. Now H and F did not pick consecutive numbers. Okay, let's write it down. H and F, they are not consecutive. Okay, they should not be consecutive here. And P did not pick 4. So you can see that P should not be 4. Okay, this here, P should not be equal to 4. Okay, so these are the things, these are the hints that we have. And also C and D have to be consecutive. So that is also given here. C and D are consecutive in nature. Okay. So let's try it out. Let's see what are the informations here that we can write down. So one we have fixed that we have written down J here. Okay. So where do we have maximum information? One of them is G is equal to 3C. Then we can do C and D as consecutive. That is one information that we can utilize, right? This one. Similarly, we can utilize this also, that is we can fix in P and A such that I is equal to 2P, and then we fix in A and E, and then we fix in your O is equal to E plus 2. Okay. So let's try out. Let's see how do we go about it. Okay. So we will be fixing one by one the hints one by one. Okay. So let's say G has to be equal to 3C. So let's say if we take one possibility that C is here, so G has to be here. This is one case, isn't it? Similarly, we can have another case where your C is equal to 2 and G is equal to 6. So these are the two possibilities for C and G. Now it was given C and D have to be consecutive. So you can see in the first case, D has to be here only. In the second case, we can have possibilities, that is C here, J here, G here. Now D can be this person also, D can be this person also. Okay. Chalo. So now let's try your P and A. P has to be, that is number of people. Let's say if P is here. Okay. If P is here in this particular case, let's do that with another color. Let's say if we place your P here, okay, number of people less than P has to be equal to number of people greater than A. I is equal to 2P, so I will be here. Okay. Now you can see that we have this being given. Good morning, Dharmendra. Now it is given A and E have to be consecutive. So you can see E has to be this one, right? Because A is here. So E will be this person. But in that case, O is equal to E plus 2, you cannot place, isn't it? So you can understand that P at 1, it's not possible, right? So you can understand that when you place your P at 1, then you cannot place the rest of the information, isn't it? So that we will ignore for the rest of the cases also. So this is not a possibility that your P is at 1. Okay. Chalo, we'll try for P at 2. 2 and 3, because 4 is not a possibility, that is already given. Okay. So 1 and 4 we have already seen, 4 was given, and 1 we have seen is not possible. Let's say we take your P here. Okay. In this particular case, P is here. So that means A will be here. Again, if A is here, so E has to be here only. Why? Because it was given that if we have to place your O, so O has to be E plus 2. If you had taken your E at 8, you will not be able to place your O. So that means in this case, O will be here. Okay. But the problem with this particular situation will be, you can see that we have to have two numbers which are completely vacant, isn't it? We should have Km and we should have Bf. Here you can see that we have only one value that is completely vacant, that is your 4. So we can put your Km here. But what about Bf? That won't be placed here, isn't it? So that will be a problem. Hai na? So that is why you can see this also will not be possible in the first case. Okay? Not possible here. Chalo, let's try for the third one. Okay. So when you place your P here, let's say P is here and your A is here. Okay. So if P is here and A is here, you can see we have your this O is equal to I is equal to 2P. So that means I will be here with A. Okay. No issues here at all. So E has to be where A and E have to be consecutive. You can see that E will be this person. And if E is here, again you can see O will be this person. So you can see this is a possibility here and no issues at all. And you have two values which are completely vacant, that is your 4 and 8. Okay. Similarly, you have to check for option 2 and option 3 also. So we have seen that 1 is not a possibility for P and 4 is not a possibility. Let's do one thing. Let's try to complete this. Agar yahi complete ho jata hai, that means this will be the right answer. Okay. So let's see. After that, H is equal to L plus 5. So where should we have H? You can see that the only possibility H is equal to L plus 5. If you take L as 1, then 6 not possible. So L has to be here and H will be this person. H is equal to L plus 5. And then we have H and F not consecutive, right? So this was given H and F should not be consecutive. So H is on 7. That means F and B have to be here and your K and M will be here. So you can see now it fulfills all the criteria that we have, isn't it? So you can see everybody is being placed here. So who was the only person remaining? That is your N, right? I guess N is the only person remaining. So that will be playing with your C here. Okay. I hope this is clear, everybody. Chalo, next question very quickly. Just go through this and we will see how it has to be done. Okay. Chalo, try this out. Let's see. I hope everybody has gone through this particular question. चलो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड हाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन इज टू बी डन. ठीक है, देखते हैं इसको किस तरह से करना है. सो यू कैन सी that we have 7 joggers in here who are jogging in a particular path facing the north. Okay, now they are jogging in a straight row at a path. In the path, the distance between each jogger has to be a successive integral multiple of 12. So what is the meaning of this particular line? Let's say if we have 7 joggers, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, so we have 7 joggers in here. So let's say if the first distance is x, the next should be x plus 7, right? Sorry, x plus 12, because it has to be a multiple of 12 here. So x plus 12, then we will have x plus 24, then we will have x plus 36, then we will have x plus 48, and the last distance will be x plus 60. Why? Because they have to be consecutive integral multiples of 12 here. So that means if the first value is, let's say, 60, that means its next value, the next distance between the two neighbors will be 72. Then it will be 84. Then it will be 96. Then it will be 108. Then 120 and so on. Okay. So it has to be consecutive. It is not possible that the first distance is 24 and the next distance is 48. After 24, there has to be a 36 and then only 48. The first value can be anything. It is not necessary that it has to be 12 or it has to be 24, it has to be 60. We will have to find that out. But after the first one, it has to be consecutively increasing only. Okay. Now let's see what is given here. Okay. So first let's find out that how do we make the distance. So Q was 216 meters to the left of U. S was second to the left of U, who was 84 meters away from R. Now, do we have any information here that this has to be the minimum or the maximum distance? That is not given here. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's see how it has to be done. Okay, so Q is second to the left of S. Please remember, we have only 7 persons in here. So Q is second to the, S is second to the left of U. So you can see S is second to the left of U. Something like this, right? We do not know their distance right now. Now U, who was 84 meters away from R. Okay. Also, whatever is a fixed information, first let's place that and then we will find the distances. U was to the immediate left of P. So U has to be immediate left of P. This is directly given here, right? Now T was at one of the extreme ends and 288 meters from R, and Q was 216 meters left of U. Okay, now let's understand where should we place your Q. Let's say if you place your Q here, that means this will be 216. Now if this is 216, can we have something which is 84? Not possible, right? 216 and 84 cannot be in the same multiples of 7, right? 7 consecutive multiples have to be taken. So 84 and 216, they do not fall into this particular same category, right? It is not possible that the nearest value you are taking 216, and then because if this is 216, the next will be what? It will be plus 12. Similarly, इससे पहले वाला minus 12 होगा. So you can understand that it has to be a 3-digit number only, which will be the starting one, right? So you 84 meters away from R won't be a possibility, isn't it? So where should we have 216? The first possibility will be, let's say we have you here. So Q is 216 meters left of you. Let's say this is your Q. Okay. So you can see we have two persons between Q and U. The consecutive multiples were something like this. That is, they were increasing at a gap of 12. So this is x plus 12, this is x plus 24. So what is this total distance? You can see this is going to be 3x plus 36, isn't it? So we have in this case 3x plus 36, 24 and 12 is 36. 36, this is equal to how much? This is equal to 216, isn't it? Now 216 minus kar do, you can see 3x is equal to 216 minus 36. That means you can see that's going to be 180, isn't it? 180. So x is equal to how much? 180 by 3. That is your 60, isn't it? So you can see one possibility is that this is your 60, this is your 72, and this is your 84. है ना? So this is possible. You can see that we can divide these three distances into this particular possibility. I hope this is clear. Now if you divide it in this manner, that means if this is 60, this is 72, this is 84, that means the next has to be 96, right? Similarly, if we have anything else, then we will have a 108 and so on. Okay. So now it was given U was 84 meters away from R. So you can see 84 meters away from R. So you have your R here, right? Now it was given T was at one of the extreme ends and was 288 meters away from R. So you can see that 288. Let's say if you are taking towards the right hand side. So 84, 96. Let's say we take the next one also, 108. So what is this total here? You can see 6, 4, 10 and this is 8, 9, 9, 18 and yes, absolutely this is your 288. That means you should have your T here, isn't it? So T will be this person and he is at one of the extreme ends and he is actually at a distance of 288 meters from your R, isn't it? So 84, 96, this is your 108. Okay? After that, what is given? Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 persons we already have. T is at the extreme end. So that means we cannot have any more persons towards his right. So that means the last person has to be towards the left of Q, isn't it? Now who were the persons? P, Q, R, S, T, U. And do we have a V here? Yes, we have a V here. So V will be the first person here. Okay. Can you explain your Hindi medium RRB grade B online course? Chanchal, in that you will again be getting, देखो RRB पूछ रहे हो, RRB grade B, RBI grade B ना चंचल. इन RBI grade B आपको देखो RBI grade B के लिए आपको complete pack भी मिलता है, आपको एक फर्स्ट फेज 1 के लिए भी मिलता है, ठीक है. फेज 1 में जो मिलेगा उसमें आपको जितने फेज 1 के सब्जेक्ट्स है, चाहे वो क्वांट है, चाहे वो आपका इंग्लिश है, चाहे वो रीजनिंग है, चाहे वो जनरल अवेयरनेस है, ठीक है, तो वो सारे सब्जेक्ट्स आपको मिल जाएंगे. आपको मैं दिखाती हूँ यहाँ पर जस्ट अ सेकेंड. तो ये आपका जो कंप्लीट कोर्स है, यहाँ पर आपको फेज 1 और फेज 2 पूरा मिल जाएगा, ठीक है, जिसमें आपको डिटेल्ड समरी नोट्स मिलेंगे ESI के लिए, FM के लिए. आपको मंथली करंट अफेयर्स मिलेगा जहां पर आपको PIB, बजट, स्कीम्स, रिपोर्ट सब कुछ कैप्सूल के फॉर्म में मिलेगा. डिस्क्रिप्टिव मॉडल के क्वेश्चन आंसर्स मिलेंगे. फेज 1 फेज 2 के कंप्लीट फुल लेंथ मॉक्स भी मिलेंगे और एक्सपर्ट्स के साथ आपके मॉक इंटरव्यूज किए जाएंगे, ठीक है. तो ये आपका एक कोर्स है जो RBI के लिए कंप्लीट कोर्स है, राइट. दिस इज RBI ग्रेड बी कंप्लीट कोर्स. और एक हमारा फेज 1 के लिए है स्पेसिफिकली, ठीक है. तो फेज 1 के लिए जो है RBI ग्रेड बी 2024 समिट बैच, इसको आप चेक कर सकते हो. दिस इज फ्रॉम बेसिक टू ब्रिलियंस, ठीक है. तो ये आपका QRE प्लस GA है, ओके. हिंदी मीडियम में आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर कि हिंदी मीडियम में है, इंग्लिश मीडियम में तो है चंचल, ठीक है, हिंदी मीडियम में शायद नहीं है, मुझे एक बार चेक करना पड़ेगा, बट इंग्लिश मीडियम में तो है, ठीक है। चलो, तो आपका हिंदी मीडियम में है कि नहीं मैं आपको अभी देख के बता देती हूँ एक बार। सो आई होप एवरीबडी वाज एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, ये सबको समझ में आया होगा। तो जल्दी से इसका सेकंड पार्ट करिए, दैट इज हाउ डू दे मूव हियर, ठीक है। तो ये मूव कैसे होते हैं वो एक बार जल्दी से चेक करो, दैट इज द डायरेक्शन सेंस नाउ। चंचल इसमें हिंदी का नहीं है, आई एम सो सॉरी, दिस इज लाइक बायलिंगुअल ओनली, मतलब स्पेसिफिकली हिंदी नहीं है, इट्स गोइंग टू बी बायलिंगुअल। चलो लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट, लेट्स सी। तो ये आपका बन गया, ठीक है। आई होप एवरीबडी वाज एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये हमने कैसे बनाया। सो इफ दिस इज योर 60, दैट मींस इससे पहले वाला कितना होगा, दिस हैज टू बी 48 मीटर्स, ओके। अब आगे देखो क्या दे रखा है, जॉगर पी रन्स 45 मीटर्स इन द नॉर्थ डायरेक्शन। सो ये कितना गया, 45 meters in the north direction, takes a left turn, runs for 90 meters. So you can see he takes a left turn, runs for 90 meters. मान लो ये 90 meters यहाँ तक गया, ठीक है। So this is your 90 meters here, okay. So if this is 90, the remaining has to be 6 because the distance between U and P is 96, ठीक है। After that, takes a left turn, again runs for 15 meters and stops at Z. So you can see this is your 15 meters and this is your Z. That means this distance here, जो ये वाला distance है ये कितना होगा, ये 30 होगा, because this total here P went for 45 meters here, isn't it? तो ये remaining distance will be 30. ये आपका Z point आ गया. Now what is given, jogger S runs for 40 meters in south direction. So S goes for 40 meters in south direction, takes 40 meters in south direction, takes a left turn. So he goes for left turn, runs for 150 meters, ठीक है, 150 meters. So you can see 72 plus 78, right? That will be 150. So you can see 72 plus 78 कुछ इस तरह से बनेगा, यहां तक बनेगा, है ना। Let's say this is your 78. So 72, 78, remaining again will be 6, ठीक है। So यहाँ तक आया, okay, he came till here, he takes a left turn, moves for 70 meters. So you can see 40 is here, 30 is here. That means he will be immediate west of this point Z, है ना। तो यहाँ तक पहुंच जाएगा. So he will come at this particular point here. This is your 70 meters and stops at point X. So this is your point X here. ये क्या है, point X है, ठीक है। This is your 30 meters here. This is your 40 meters here. So total is 70 meters, ठीक है। Now jogger A was standing 30 meters north of R. So 30 meters north of R will be again towards the west of this point Z and X. Okay, this is your jogger A. Then he moves 30 meters towards east and stops at point Y. So 30 meters, you can see this is 78. So 30 will be something like this. So this is your point Y. Okay. So you can see that you may be asked about the distance between XY or YZ or XZ. कुछ भी पूछा जा सकता है. Let's say if they ask you the distance XZ, can you tell me what is the distance XZ, guys? XZ कितना होगा? What will be the distance between X and Z? Can we find that out? Can we find that out, guys? निकाल सकते हैं, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल निकाल सकते हैं. What is the distance between X and Z? You can see this distance we are asking, isn't it? तो ये distance कितना है? You can see that is going to be 6 plus 6, so that is your 12 here. So 12 meters will be the answer, है ना? I hope this is clear, everybody. Okay, so 12 meters will be the distance between your X and Z. Okay, chalo. Next question on your screen. Let's quickly try this out. Let's see how this has to be done. तो जल्दी से इसको try करो, फिर हम बाकी questions देखेंगे. Okay, try. Let's see. एंड आई होप यू हैव ऑलरेडी लाइक द सेशन गाइस. तो सेशन को लाइक नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से लाइक कर दो, ठीक है. तो प्लीज सेशन को पहले लाइक कर दो सब लोग. चलो इसको समझते हैं दैट हाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन इज टू बी डन. अ वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन, अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. ओके, so you can see that there are 8 persons whose names are in consecutive English alphabetical order seated in a row facing the north. They are sitting in consecutive English alphabetical order from the left hand. So let's say if the first person is, let's take D. Okay, अगर first person D है, then next person will be E, then we will have F, G, H, I and so on. ठीक है, तो जो भी फर्स्ट पर्सन है, आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू टेक कॉन्जिक्यूटिव 8 अल्फाबेट्स फ्रॉम लेफ्ट ऑनवर्ड्स. ठीक है, एंड ईच ऑफ देम लाइक अ डिफरेंट फ्रूट that is already given. So the one who likes papaya was fourth to the right of grapes. Okay, so they are facing the north here. So let's write it down. Let's say this is your papaya. So papaya is fourth to the right of grapes. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is your grapes here. Okay, so papaya is fourth to the right of grapes. Ayush, done. Absolutely great work. Ayush, so from where are you getting? Who is the first person? First person का क्या नाम आ रहा है? चलो आगे देखते हैं. राइट, सो यू हैव योर ग्रेप्स एंड पपाया. Now it is given the person who likes papaya was not neighboring peach. Okay, so papaya should not be a neighbor of peach. अच्छा, H से शुरू हो रहा है, so that means we will have HIJK and so on. ठीक है, so papaya should not be a neighbor of peach. We will see that later. The one who liked peach was second to the right of I who liked banana. Okay, let's write it down that the person who is liking peach has to be second to the right of I. Right, so that means we have I here. I who like banana, so something like this. Now if this is your I, that means we will have J and K for peach. I, J, K. Clear means absolutely great, Ayush. Congratulations, so proud of you. Prepare well for the interviews, Ayush. ठीक है, do well in the interviews also, and you can coordinate with Aditya sir if you want to go for the interview batch. ठीक है, अगर आपको इंटरव्यू बैच देखना है, which is absolutely great, you can coordinate with Aditya sir as well. Okay, so you can see IJK will be like this because I is banana and then we have your K, right? So IJK. After that, what is given? The one who like peach is second to the right of I who like banana. Number of persons seated to the left of I was equal to number of persons seated to right of papaya. I was somewhere to the left of papaya. So you can see that we have your papaya like this, isn't it? So we have your papaya and I has to be somewhere to the left of papaya such that this peach is not a neighbor of papaya. Okay, so you can see that peach cannot be here, J cannot be here, I cannot be here. Similarly, peach here, J here, I banana not possible. So let's take the case. Let's see what else do we have here. Okay, this is your grapes. This is your papaya. Okay, let's take the first case where your I is here. This is your banana. Okay, and we have your J here. This is your K, peach. Okay. So here we are getting, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say we have one person to the left of I. We have another person to the right of papaya. Let's take one more case that we have something like this. Let's say this is your, can we have anything else? Let's say if we have something like this, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say we take your I here. This is your banana. Then we have your J here. This is your K here with your peach. Okay. So this is another possibility, right? I, J, K. And we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So K, L, M, N, O, and P. Here we will have H, I, J, K, L, M, N, and O. Right. So either of the two cases will be there. Uske aage dekho what is given. The one who liked guava was immediate right of apple. So guava has to be immediate right of apple. So in the first case, you can see guava, immediate right of apple will be like this. This is going to be the situation. Yahan par you can see MN or NO will be for guava and apple. The one who liked plum was neighboring I, but not the one who liked peach. So you can see that the one who liked plum has to be a neighbor of I. So you can see plum is a neighbor of I. Here you can see plum has to be a neighbor of I, so plum will be here. But plum should not be a neighbor of peach, but here you can see they are neighbors. That means ये second वाला invalid हो जाएगा and the first one will be the valid one. So you can see this will be the situation. Now which is the only fruit remaining here? कौन सा fruit बचा है? You can see orange is remaining, so O will be for orange here. Okay, I hope this is clear, everybody. Are we clear, guys? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. So these are 8 persons seated in alphabetical order, right? Very doable. Chalo, next question, a good one here. Let's try. Chalo, isko thoda sa try kariye. Let's see how this has to be done. Chalo, let's try to do this together again. Okay, so how do we start this particular question? You can see there are 8 teachers A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H who are checking some answer sheets here. Okay, so the answer sheets number, that is each of them has few answer sheets and no two persons have the same number of answer sheets. So we have to find the seating arrangement as well as the number of answer sheets that they are checking here. Madhurima, I am so happy. Congratulations, congratulations, guys. Ayush, Madhurima, congratulations. And again, I'm telling you that do check out the interview batch and coordinate with Aditya sir for the same. Okay, so you can talk to him. It's a very good batch, guys. बहुत अच्छा panel है, ठीक है? So do check it out. Good morning, Madhurima, and congratulations once again. Just the last step remaining for you guys, है ना? सिर्फ last step बचा हुआ है. थोड़ी सी और मेहनत कर लो एंड यू विल बी द पीओ दिस ईयर, है ना मधुरिमा, आयुष? तो बिल्कुल अच्छे से उसके लिए मेहनत करो और मेरी कोई हेल्प चाहिए हो तो बिल्कुल बताना. आई विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू हेल्प यू आउट. ओके, सो कंग्रेचुलेशंस वंस अगेन. तो चलो लेट्स ट्राई दिस आउट. सो लेट्स सी हाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन इज टू बी डन. ओके, so you can see here that there is a lot of informations related to A and B. बहुत सारा information दे रखा है which is as per your A and B. ठीक है? So what is given here? You can see it is said G has thrice the sheets of number, right? So G is equal to thrice of D, right? So whatever is with D, G has to be 3 times of D. Who was immediate right of B? So let's say this is your B, so D has to be here because it is given that D who is immediate right of B. Okay, then it is given the person opposite to B has 5 sheets. Okay, this person has 5 sheets here. Even if you come to the last line here, A and B had consecutive number of sheets and are seated at a gap of 2 persons. So what are the possibilities here? This is B, D and 5. So you can see A can be here. This is one possibility, or 1, 2, A can be here, right? So either of the two possibilities are here. अब A के साथ क्या दे रखा है? It is given A has a square valued number of sheets that was greater than 15 but less than 45. So what are the possibilities for A? You can see greater than 15 but less than 45 and square value होना है. So 16, 25, 36, isn't it? So these are the 3 possibilities that we have, है ना? Similarly, A was facing the person who has 12 sheets. So A is facing the person with 12 sheets. A is facing the person with 12 sheets, right? So in the first case, you can see A is facing D who is having 12 sheets. That means in this case, G should be having 36 here because it is 3 times of D, isn't it? What is given about G? G has thrice the number of sheets with D here. Okay, so in the first case, G will be equal to 36. Ma'am, this was not possible without your support and guidance. Thank you so much, ma'am. You are most welcome, Madhurima. I am so happy for you. चलो, तो आगे देखो और क्या दे रखा है. Now, A was facing the person who has 12 sheets. E has prime valued sheets. Okay, so E had to be prime value. चलो, E का जो है prime value है. E and F have to be consecutive. तो F and E are consecutive in nature. That is also given. Then B is twice of E. So B has to be 2 times of E. That is also given here that B has twice the number of sheets with E. Okay. उसके आगे देखो. अब चलो पहले वाले पोर्शन में देखते हैं what is given here. H was third to the left of the one who is having 14 sheets. H and G are seated at a gap of 1 person. The number of sheets with G was exactly opposite to that of H. Both of them should be more than 10 sheets here, right? So both of them should be more than 10 sheets. So H has to be third to the left of 14 in the first case. Okay. देखते हैं अगर मान लो H is here, so he is third to the left of 14. 1, 2, 3, but H here not possible. Why? Because H and G have to be at a gap of 1 also. ये भी तो दे रखा है ना कि H and G एक के gap पे है. Let's say if you take your H here, where should you take your G? G will be the one with 5. But 5 is not a possibility for G because it has to be greater than 10, right? अब मान लो H को यहाँ पर रखा. So H is third to the left of 14 sheets. So you can see 1, 2, 3. That's a possibility. But again, you cannot place your G क्योंकि A और D already है. So H here at this place, you can see again that he has to be third to the left of 14 will not be possible, isn't it? So you can see here that in the first possibility, we cannot place your H and G. मतलब ये तो invalid हो गया. ठीक है. Second वाले case में let's see where should we place your H here. Let's say if we place your h at this position, मान लो 12 को रखा h पे, so you can see that is third left 14 will be here, right? And g will be here, so no issues, g can be 21, that's absolutely okay. H at this position, so you can see g cannot be 5 for the same reason, because it cannot be less than 10, right? Similarly, h at this position, so he is third to the left of 14, but in that case g can be 12, right? So that's a possibility that h is here, so you can see h can be this person also, h can be this person also. ठीक है, आगे देखो h 5 हो नहीं सकता, h at this position, okay, so here you will again see g cannot be placed. That means you have two possibilities in here. तो एक काम करते हैं, पहले वाले को हटा देते हैं, ठीक है? So let's remove this from here, and then we will see that how the second case has to be done, right? So second case पे चलते हैं. This is your 12 here, this is your 5, this is your A. Okay, one possibility is h here, third to the left of 14, 1 2 3 14 here, and your g at this position, right? H has 12, so g has to be 21. इस वाले केस में h is here, right? He is third to the left of 14, right? So 14 is here, and you can see g will be this person. So if g is 12, that means h will be 21. ठीक है, either of the two cases we can have, है ना? I hope this is clear. अब और क्या बचा हुआ है? Let's see. So you have placed these 5 people, okay? और कुछ बचा है? Let's see. So now we have this information, that is E has to be prime, okay? F and E have to be consecutive, and B has to be twice of E. So in the first case, you can see B has to be twice of E. E को आप क्या करना है? Prime रखना है. So let's say if you take your E here, that is 5, so B will be 10. Okay, that's okay, no issues. And also it is given G has to be 3 times of D. So you can see G is 21, so D has to be how much? He has to be 7. Similarly, यहाँ पर ये G is 12, that means D will be 4. Okay, no issues here. Either of the two cases हमें मिल रहे हैं अभी. और A has to be 16, 25 or 36, right? So you can see A has to be either 16, 25 or 36. That's okay. E has to be a prime value. So in the first case, where should you place your E? E can be either of the persons. E and F have to be consecutive, and B has to be twice of E. यहाँ पर भी वही है, एक और बार पढ़ लेते हैं, कुछ मिस तो नहीं हो गया है कोई इंफॉर्मेशन, चलो देख लेते हैं. H was third to the left of 14 sheets, that is done in either of the case. H and G are at a gap of 1, that is also done. The number of sheets with G was exactly opposite to H, that is also done here. Both of them has more than 10 sheets, that is done. G is thrice of D, so you can see it is being it is happening in either of the cases here. G is 3 times of D. D who is immediate right of B, तो ये भी कर लिया. The person opposite to B has 5 sheets, done. A has squared value sheets greater than 15 but less than 45. A was facing the person who has 12 sheets here, so you can see that is also done. E has prime valued sheets, okay? E and F have consecutive numbers of sheet. B has twice the number of sheets with E. A and B have consecutive number of sheets and were seated at a gap of 2. So A and B also have to be having consecutive number of sheets here. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पर सेकेंड वाले केस में देखो, A and B should be consecutive. If you take B as 14, that means A should be how much? A should be either 13 or 15, isn't it? इस वाले केस में when B is 14, because A and B are also consecutive, so in this case you will see that this is 14, so this has to be 13 and 15. But this is not possible. Why? Because we know that A has to be square value, isn't it? या तो 16, 25 या 36 होना था. That means this is not possible here, isn't it? So you can see that the first case will be the valid one. Now you can see A has to be 16, 25 or 36, है ना? ये दे रखा है. तो B has to be consecutive with this. So either B will be 15, 17, right? If this is 16, so it can be 15, 17. Similarly, this can be 24 or 26. यहाँ पर क्या हो सकता है? 35 या 37, है ना? So either of the 3 possibilities here. Now E has to be prime and B has to be twice of E. So if B is twice of E, that means B has to be a even value. That means this is not possible, and similarly this is not possible. So that means it has to be, let's say if A has to be 25 only, so A 25 fix हो गया. B has to be either 24 or 26. E has to be either 12 or 13. But 12 not possible. Why? Because E has to be a prime value, isn't it? That means E has to be 13 in here. So E13 kahan par aayega? You can see the only possibility will be E13. So we have placed your E, right? And E and F have to be consecutive in value. So this is 13. So this has to be your F here. और क्या बचा है यहाँ पर? There is only one person remaining. So A, B, C. C is remaining. So this person will be C here. और B का वैल्यू क्या है? B is equal to 2 times of E. That means this will be 26. Okay. So you can see this will be the final answer that you should be getting here. Everybody clear with this case? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. So this was a very nice question. I hope everybody was able to understand this. Okay. Chalo. In the next session, that is on Monday, we will again be having a look at previous year questions of RBI. Okay. So RBI Grade B में previous year what we have seen, we will be checking those out in the next week in the 2 sessions. So I hope we enjoyed today's session. In case you have any doubts, guys, you can always reach out to me on Telegram on the channel Reasoning by Nikita 01. ठीक है? तो इस चैनल पे आप मुझसे बात कर सकते हो Reasoning by Nikita 01. ठीक है? So I'll be happy to help you out in case you have any doubts in here. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again with another session. Please do not forget to like the session if you liked it. And remember that these sessions are happening on a daily basis, not on a daily basis, in a weekly basis. That is Monday and Wednesday. Okay. So Monday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. we are having these regulatory sessions, important for your upcoming RBI Grade B. So thank you, guys. I'll see you again with another session. So please take care, stay safe, have a great day. I'll see you soon.